Body of missing student recovered from caves as school comes under fire for allowing trip. What's in store weather-wise after the North Island was thrashed by heavy rain again, and why the government could change the law for the Rugby World Cup. Atamaria, I'm Sherry Kinnear, and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. Searchers working to locate a student missing in Whangarei's Abbey Caves have recovered a body. It's believed the teenager was swept away when a caving trip run by Whangārei Boys High School encountered severe weather yesterday morning. The search was expected to conclude around 5 p.m. yesterday. However, specialist equipment that was brought up from Auckland allowed the search to continue for longer. A formal identification process is being carried out. Whangrei Mayor Vince Kukurulu says he understands there'll be a review.
We are, as the owner of the property, we are one party of those investigations. So we will go through everything. We will be working with the police and all the different parties involved.
And the deluge that swamped the North Island will be followed today by a cold blast for the whole country. Auckland remains in a state of local emergency after torrential downpours burst banks and caused surface flooding yesterday. Roads around parts of Northland were underwater, while Waikato and Bay of Plenty also saw slips and fallen trees. Civil defence centres are open in Albany and Massey, with community hubs in Kumeu, Warkworth, Wellsford and Waiheke Island. Schools are not required to close in a state of local emergency. Bars, pubs and licensed clubs will be able to stay open and televise this year's Men's Rugby World Cup matches, with the government again committing to temporarily changing the law. Justice Minister Kiri Allen has confirmed that a bill could be introduced to Parliament in June to allow venues to open without needing to go through the current special licensing process. Similar amendments were made for the 2015 and 2019 tournaments. An anti-smoking advocacy group is calling for a 21-year-old age limit for buying vapes. Action for Smoke Free 2025 has outlined new proposals that aim to help tackle youth vaping in New Zealand. According to the group, in 2020, daily vaping in Year 10 students increased from 1% to almost 10%, and from 1% to 18.6% for under 25s. ASH Director Ben Uden says the group's recommendations aim to improve prevention.
So we need to do much more to re-emphasise they're an adult product and be much better at restricting access to young people.
And new data shows first home buyers are taking advantage of house price dips. The latest CoreLogic first home buyer report shows they make up a quarter of all purchases. The number of total buyers remains low due to the cost of living and high mortgage rates, but new homeowners are using low deposit rates as a way to jump on the property ladder. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more stories and to stay up to date, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.